Hey, how y'all great people doing today? I hope you're doing well. Let's get into it. My niece wanted to see how cold this shrimp was whenever I had it thawing out. And I told her, you can't even keep your hand in there for 10 seconds. She said, yes, I can, but she couldn't. As you can see, these are my ingredients for my shrimp Alfredo. One of my children don't eat shrimp, so this was the alternative for him, ground turkey helper. Right here, y'all, I had burnt my finger. So I had to call my son in there to come help me make my actual Alfredo sauce this time. So as you can see, I'm cooking my shrimp for the shrimp Alfredo. Looks good, huh? Yeah, I typically cut up more onion, but he had to cut up the onion for me that time. But I cut up onion in my pan first with butter. Season your shrimp and then put your shrimp in there. I don't cook my shrimp too long because once you make the Alfredo, the shrimp is going to cook. And everybody knows whenever you overcook shrimp, it tends to get hard and rubbery. So I advise him to go ahead and take the shrimp out now. And it's the same for my noodles and broccoli as well for my shrimp Alfredo. I try not to cook it all the way done because if you cook everything all the way done, your food's gonna be like soup. Okay, now I got him to add butter and grab a spatula. And as you can see, I'm wiping my stove off because with them, they wait and do everything at the end and I can't stand that. I'm just glad they be willing to help me sometimes. Okay, he's got the butter in there now. I'm thinking he's opening up the heavy whipping cream. And I told him for starters, just pour half of it in there because I wasn't making a whole lot. And he's already seasoned it. So I told him to just keep whipping it. Whip, 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 whip some more. And he's like, this take too much. Why you just didn't get the other kind you used last time? I told him to turn it down because he wasn't whipping like I could whip. So after he turned it down and we placed some more in there, I eventually took over and I started doing it. And you'll be able to tell within the whipping because he's left-handed and he's going clockwise. And I'm right-handed and I go counterclockwise. So that's one way you'll be able to tell who's actually stirring or whipping the Alfredo sauce to thicken. See, as you can see, I turned it back up so that it can thicken some more. As you can see, it's getting a little thicker. If you want it thicker, I don't like mine too thick. I just added a little more season. I don't want mine too thick. But if you want it thicker than what it is, you can just keep wisping it and it'll eventually get thicker. I got it to my thickness liking. As you can see, and then I poured it in there. And I'm just going to mix it up. And let me show y'all what it looks like in the end. I eventually poured it back in my skillet. And I put this in slow motion for you so you can get a good look at our food. My niece was here. She didn't want Alfredo, so I made sure she had extra shrimp on the side to go with her boiled eggs. Shrimp Alfredo, 5 cheese, garlic bread,